Welcome back to SEPCU Arena. We mentioned that these two teams met on December 10th. They will meet right here at half court for their sportsmanship handshake on March 2nd. And we welcome you back here to campus of Illinois State University along with Casey Standahar and Patricia Babcock-McGraw. I'm Dave Bernhardt, and we have about 20 to 25 people that you want to meet. That's the entire rosters of these two teams, and for that, let's go to Mike Sangara, the public address announcer here at SEPCU Arena.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the court for today's player introductions and starting lineups presented by OSF Healthcare, the official healthcare sponsor of the IHSA. Let's meet the participants in this Class 2A semifinal, starting first with the non-starters from Breese Mater Dei. Number 4, Emma Eversgerd. Number 5, Madison Winkler. Number 10, Cora Meyer. Number 12, Carissa Lidikin. Number 15, Alexis Campworth. Number 20, Addison Ringwald. Number 22, Sam Muscarello. Number 23, Lily Butler. Number 24, Ryan Becker. And number 32, Amelia Beer. Now let's meet the non-starters for the Lady Raiders of Quincy, Notre Dame. Number 1, Leah Quintero. Number 2, Meredith Eversman. Number 10, Carly Reed. Number 12, Lauren Hummel. Number 13, Taylor Jennenbacher. Number 15, Tristan Pieper. Number 22, Abby Reed. Number 23, Layla Hernandez-Jones. Number 24, Amber Durst. Number 25, Ellie Bozarth. And number 32, Mara Ippenson. Now let's meet the starting lineups for the guests on the scoreboard. Breese Mater Dei. They enter this game with a record of 25-7. Starting at guard, a 5'4" junior. Number 2, Avery Trami. At guard, a 6' sophomore. Number 3, Maris Zerlini. At forward, a 5'11" senior. Number 11, Madison Eversgerd. At forward, a 5'11" senior. Number 13, Julia Corti. And at center, a 6'5" sophomore, number 33, Alyssa Kirkenmeyer. The Lady Knights are coached by Craig Zerlini. He has a 2-year record of 43-19. His assistants are Bridget Winter and Jerry Sauter. Now let's meet the home team on the scoreboard, the Lady Raiders of Quincy, Notre Dame, who enter this game with a record of 34-1. Starting at guard, a 6' senior, number 3, Abby Schreck. At guard, a 5'7" sophomore, number 4, Sage Stratton. At guard, a 5'9" senior, number 14, Blair Eftink. At guard, a 5'7" freshman, number 20, Ari Bueller. And at forward, a 5'9" freshman, number 21, Jenna Durst. The Lady Raiders are coached by Eric Ford in his 21st season.
Those are today's starting lineups presented by OSF Healthcare. OSF Healthcare has many care options for you. Visit osfhealthcare.org to learn more. Let's check in with the third member of our announcing crew, and that is Casey Standahart.
Dave, thanks. Two very different coaching styles coming into the semifinal game this afternoon. Notre Dame head coach Eric Orne said his players are called stone cold killers with ponytails. That's what he likes to call them. He likes to keep practices ultra intense, ultra competitive. On the other side of things, Mater Dei head coach Craig Zerlini leads with a softer approach. He said our team's maturity level has increased, and we do a good job of telling each other each game what we do well after that game. But don't mistake Zerlini's approach as weakness. He said we worked hard handling the pressure that led us to this moment.
All right, thank you very much, Casey. And this moment is the fourth game of the day. It's the second Class 2A semifinal. The winner of this game will meet Byron for the state championship on Saturday. It'll be Kirkenmeyer and Schreck going up for it. Tip won by the 6'5" sophomore Alyssa Kirkenmeyer. 34-1 for Quincy Notre Dame. 25-7 the record for Mater Dei out of Breese, Illinois. And a quick steal coming from Blair Efting. And this is Abby Schreck, three-time first-team All-Stater. Schreck had 35 points in the championship win last year for Notre Dame for the Class 2A title.
You always like to see how a state champion is going to respond, and coming up short there is Schreck, but they responded pretty darn well this whole entire season. Just one loss on the year for Quincy Notre Dame. There's a big target on your back all season long, and these girls have handled it so well.
The offensive rebound belonged to Efting. She couldn't finish it off. Trami will get it to Evergard. Back to Avery Trami. She's 5'4". Everybody else in this starting lineup is 5'11" or taller for the Lady Knights.
Definitely some nice size for Mater Dei. And right there in the middle, you see at 6'5", Alyssa Kirkenmeyer.
She is being guarded by Jenna Durst, the freshman. You can see the knee brace on her left knee.
Quite a size discrepancy there between those two.
Durst at 5'9" to the 6'5" Kirkenmeyer. Head coach for Breese Mater Dei is Craig Zerlini, and that's right, he is the father of Maris Zerlini in his second season. 43 wins, 19 losses. He's coached a few of these players in their youth. And the left-handed shot, nope. The follow, nope. Trami with the first miss, Kirkenmeyer at the second. Here come the Lady Raiders. And there's Zerlini at 6 feet, getting her hands on the ball. And a foul. That foul will be called on the freshman Ari Bueller. Head coach for Notre Dame is Eric Orne. Orne in his 21st season, 518 wins for Orne. And you know, we'll get into it a little later, but he's kind of come and gone out of this head coaching ranks. He's got 5 state championship rings, however.
Well, and coming and going, but having a very special connection with this particular group of players.
Schreck on the crossover, can't shake free. And a double dribble force, a little bit of nerves here early, Jenna Durst.
Durst almost too wide open there in the lane.
Couple of early turnovers in this game. Maris Zerlini to bring it up under some moderate pressure. This is a very patient Mater Dei team to turn and to score from Alyssa Kirkenmeyer.
Honestly, that could be there all day long if Mater Dei moves the ball and looks inside. That was great position by Kirkenmeyer.
Kirkenmeyer's offensive game has improved throughout the year, definitely better than it was the first time these two teams met.
It was a little deliberate down there. She's still working on her speed and quickness. That's going to take some time to develop at 6'5".
How about that shot from Blair Efting?
Right over the top of 6'5".
I don't know that she envisioned when she went up she was going to have to shoot it that high. Made the great adjustment.
Kirkenmeyer's got some long arms to shoot over.
Julia Cordy will get it up to Eversgard. They go back inside. Kirkenmeyer, the little scoop, and this time Durst gets the better of her. Boy, flying all the way down the floor was Blair Efting. Let's take a look at our ISU keys to the game. Create your legacy at Illinois State University.
Well, for Mater Dei, get everyone involved. No one on this team scores in a double digits, so everyone contributes. Tighten the defense. They've allowed less than 40 points in three of their 5 tournament games. For Quincy Notre Dame, make that extra pass, keep the ball moving, and stay calm. We've talked about the pressure to repeat, the pressure of being back here again. They've carried it all season long. It's a little different now that they are back here on this floor. Just stay calm.
Here's a team that last year, won it all, and yet they lost a couple of key players. Yeah. One during the season, Leah Quintero in the soccer season, that is, the state soccer tournament ACL injury. And then the week before the season began, Meredith Eversman went down with an ACL injury.
But the thing is, Dave, is that Leah was their starting point guard last year, and then Meredith Eversman was her backup. So they essentially took out 2 players in the exact same position, and from one of the most important positions on the floor, the starting point guard spot. So Quincy Notre Dame was really kind of up against it to start this season and shuffling around to, hey, who's going to be the leader of our team? And that's how Quincy Notre Dame got 2 freshmen in the starting lineup in Jenna Durst and Ari Bueller.
Blair Efting with all 4 of QND's points. And did they get the substitution in time? Eris Zerlini wants to come back into the game. Lily Butler will stay, though. Butler, one of those freshmen. Break the press at top.
Just throw it right up there to Kirkenmeyer. She'll get it.
Croming. Now looking to create space is Butler.
Nice. Kirkenmeyer, nice job of keeping that ball up high. Nobody can bat it away from you. Her teammates set her up nicely, too. They know just exactly the right spot to get it to her.
And that was another freshman, Amelia Beer. Tied at 4, Efting. It's fouled on the way to the basket. Slow start scoring-wise here in the early going. A couple of powerhouses in the state. That's the way it's supposed to be, tied at 4.
The IHSA Basketball State Finals are brought to you in part by Menards. Save big money on all your home improvement needs. And by ISU. Create your legacy at Illinois State University.
Get 11% off your next remodel with new cabinetry from Menards. Cardell cabinets come ready to install and feature a modern look that will surely add elegance to any room. Right now, all Cardell cabinets are 11% off. Continue your renovations with Shaw Flooring. We stock a huge selection of durable laminate flooring, luxurious carpet, and waterproof vinyl plank. Timber Ridge vinyl plank flooring is only $279 per square foot after 11% off now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
What is a legacy? It's the difference you make measured by the lives you change. It's imagining new possibilities for our future and unlocking the mysteries of our past. It's learning and teaching. It's how life shapes you and how you shape life. A legacy is the mark you leave on the world. What will yours be? Create your legacy at Illinois State University.
The IHSA Girls Basketball State Finals are presented by OSF Healthcare and Country Financial. Well, we mentioned Quincy Notre Dame, the defending state champion in girls Class 2A basketball. What do you say we take a look back about 1 year ago? It's the championship game, the win 63-56 over Winnebago. And that is the sixth state championship for Quincy Notre Dame, and QND is second in the state, only behind Marshall High School of Chicago in terms of total number of state girls basketball championships. Schreck has been quiet. She turns it over. 3 turnovers already for the Lady Raiders. 3:45 to play in the first.
Unlike in a lot of these smaller communities, I mean, it is almost a religion down there, a basketball. Quincy Notre Dame grow up wanting to be a part of this program. It just kind of builds on itself. Just the popularity of the program and young girls wanting to be a part of it. These players here grew up with Eric Orn coaching them in grade school and junior high. Dave, it's part of his story, his coaching journey of being at Quincy Notre Dame, taking a break, coming back. On one of those breaks, he coached a lot of these girls when they were young grade schoolers.
And he said that they taught him to love the game again.
Yep.
The whistle will blow, and Julia Corti will foul Blair Eftink. And you saw Eftink getting a quick assist to her feet, and that's one thing that Mater Dei head coach Craig Zerlini says. He said, you will see us rush to help up a player. Like everybody will head over there. There they go.
Yeah, love that. Great sportsmanship. But Eric Orn, the Quincy Notre Dame coach, was a little burnt out on basketball. A lot of pressure being the coach of this tremendous program. Took a break for a couple of years and met this group of players at the grade school level. Coached them for fun and ended up making great connections with this group of young ladies who are now here with him in this situation. And what a great, full circle story for this group.
Carty back to Trami. Amelia Beer in tight and walked before it goes in.
Almost had a really nice spin move. Got the footwork was just a little tangled up there, but trying to take on the heart of that Mater Dei defense. Quincy Notre Dame defense.
Schreck finally hits the scoreboard. Abby Schreck averaging 21.5 points per game. Headed to Missouri. 2,400 points and counting, and Eftink right there. Dangerous pass. Eftink makes Mater Dei pay. Last 4 points of the game scored by QND.
That's a nice take.
Zerlini with the bucket.
Zerlini.
Underneath, 2 minutes to play here in your Class 2A semifinal, and Schreck pulls up again.
Well, and that was not an easy shot. The pull-up jumper there with defense right on her. You can tell why Abby Schreck is headed to Missouri. Nice ball movement.
Yeah, gets open and count it.
Mater Dei really popping the ball around the perimeter and put a strain on the defense when you do that. Excellent job there on the side, up top, down low, and you see the defense late to rotate.
Corky at the line to complete the three-point play. Time out on the floor. Charge to Mater Dei, and this will be a 30-second timeout.
I mentioned it took 6 chances since the last time they were here for Mater Dei, 6 times in the super sectional before being able to advance this year. Here's the road that got them to that point after a 20-point win over Althoff, then another 10-point win, a tight one against the big rivalry down there in Breeze by 2, and then had a 12-0 run in the 35-26 win over Paris to get their ticket here to CEFCU Arena. For Quincy Notre Dame, we've talked about the pressure all season long to defend. They had a tough game in that first game in the regionals for an easy time with Hillsborough, and after knocking off a very good Camp Point Central team, had a pretty easy time with Deer Creek Mackinac. Second straight trip to the finals for the Lady Raiders.
And that is all well and good, but sometimes as a coach, you want your team to be a little pushed to a level of discomfort in the later rounds of the tournament to prepare for games like this in the state finals. Quincy Notre Dame just kind of cruised through.
They have played a tough schedule. The only loss for Notre Dame came from one of the powers in Missouri, Rockridge. Good rebound from Amelia Beer. Into Kirkenmeyer. Uses a little elbow to get around and goes glass.
A little hesitant to start this game, but definitely an aggressive move by Kirkenmeyer.
We're watching Sage Stratton, and she gets down there.
I tell you what, Stratton, though, that shot was changed just by Kirkenmeyer's presence.
Unable to get it go down is Efting. Tied at 10, 30 seconds left here in the first. No surprise in the closeness of this game. Eric Orn, the head coach for Quincy Notre Dame, said flat out, the four teams that are here at ISU are the four best teams in Class 2A. And with that bucket by Beer, Mater Dei takes the lead.
Good take by the freshman.
Schreck, a little step back. And they will not get a shot off. But yet it will be Breeze Mater Dei headed to the bench after 8 minutes of play. 2-point lead over the defending state champion, Quincy Notre Dame.
Back on the IHSA television network, Mater Dei leads Quincy Notre Dame 12-10. Head coach Eric Orn said his Raider team is all about the strength of their huddle. Trish, you mentioned it before the break. Orn said his senior group is incredibly special and helped him find his love of the game after experiencing that burnout. When Coach Orn lost his mom last postseason, the team rallied around him. When guard Blair Efting's mom was going through cancer treatment, the Raiders again rallied again. This team huddle formation is something that the Raider team focuses on and comes back to every time. Helps them stay together when times are tough on and off the court.
Well, thank you very much, Casey. And that is so true. You know, I was able to cover several of Eric Orn's state finals games during that run there in the middle teens, and you could tell he probably didn't enjoy it as much as he does at this time, not just for him, but for his players' sake. The one thing he may not be enjoying right now as a drive goes to Lily Butler is how successful Mater Dei has been in tight.
Yeah, Mater Dei, all 14 of their points have been in the paint. They have been dominating there. Kirkmeyer with 6 points to lead the way, but this is a team that's very, very, very balanced. Kirkmeyer has 6 right now, but everybody else in the starting lineup has at least 2 points. This is a balanced team. Nobody on this team averages double figures. They spread the wealth at Mater Dei.
See a little bit of maybe an ankle twist there for Lily Butler. Kind of stumbled along the baseline. She'll stay in. You know, Mater Dei with 7 losses. I'm going to let you know who 6 of those losses came to at our next dead ball. It's really quite remarkable, and really the record of 25-7 does not represent how well this team has played this season. The miss from Efting, the rebound to Beer. And you just feel Mater Dei has kind of gotten their feet underneath them here, playing a very confident pace, a pace that they would like with the height they have on the floor. So the clock could stop momentarily. That gives me a chance to let you know. Okay, 7 losses, right? 2 of those came to Class 4A Alton, who had a great season, only lost 2 or 3 games this year. They mentioned earlier loss to Quincy Notre Dame. 2 losses came to Oakville. Oakville is going to be playing in a state championship ball game tomorrow on Saturday. And another loss came to O'Fallon. And we will see O'Fallon here in the Class 4A semifinals tomorrow. So you talk about playing a schedule, and you talk about good losses. Nobody likes to drop a game, but man, when you play a schedule like that, you're in business.
Well, Coach Craig Zerlini from Mater Dei told us that at times his team was a little immature. I mean, they've got some really young players on this team, but that'll grow you up real fast when you're playing a schedule like that and going up against such quality programs. And that's exactly what happened to this group at Mater Dei. They grew up. They went through some experiences. They kind of got their footing underneath them and gained some confidence, and that immaturity turned into some kind of worldly experience for this group because they really were tested.
Smiling because I see Craig Zerlini smiling. We still have that clock difficulty showing 65.9 seconds left. I have to tell you, in all my years, I have not seen a scoreboard clock say 65.9.
Nope.
Now they'll try to recalibrate here. I'll give us a chance to let you know what happened earlier today. Oakville and Christopher, winners in Class 1A, and we just saw Byron defeat Noble Butler Prep in Class 2A. This will wrap up the semifinals today. They get it inside to Kirkenmeyer. She gets another chance and scores, and the Quincy Notre Dame fans did not like the lack of a whistle.
Well, great fundamentals out of Kirkenmeyer. You see how she continues on those offensive boards to keep the ball up high. No chance that anybody's going to come and swat that away from her.
She has 8 points here today. Averages about 8 per game. And she's coming off a super sexual of 10 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 blocks for the 6'5" sophomore. Here she is.
And you see how they look immediately into Kirkmeyer every time, wanting to make her a focal point of this offense. She is still kind of growing into her 6'5" frame, learning how to play as the biggest player on the floor. And it's going to take some time. She's just a sophomore.
This whistle came off the ball, and that may be going against Amelia Beer for Mater Dei.
Mater Dei foul charge to number 32, Amelia Beer. Her first personal 4th team foul. Out of bounds to Notre Dame.
Schreck off the inbounds to Efting. Once again over Kirkenmeyer. She is not intimidated.
Not at all. That was a tough shot. That's a long, long outstretched arm from Kirkenmeyer.
Trami turns the corner. Once again, Kirkenmeyer. Cordy there to help. 3 ball. Missed opportunities that time for the Lady Knights. Sage Stratton has been quiet. She gives it up top to Bueller. Now to Durst and Schreck. And Eric Orn wants a timeout. Just did not feel comfortable with who is handling the ball in different situations. So he'll take that break here with 5:25. Blair Efting, her second shot over Alyssa Kirkenmeyer. You know, speaking of Kirkenmeyer, we talk about 6'5". I think a lot of people don't realize she was 6'2" in grade school. That is tough for a female in junior high school.
I was the exact same way. Yep.
Were you 6'2" at the time?
Yes, in 8th grade I was 6'2". I'm 6'3" now, and was the tallest person in my school, taller than not only all the students but all the teachers and the principal, everything. That is hard. And that, as a female, that is really difficult. She carries her height so well, very graceful. I was not quite that way. Took me a while to kind of grow into my body. I slouched a lot.
On purpose?
No, well, just because I didn't want to be so tall. But basketball is what kind of saved me.
Well, I was just going to say, because before women's athletics really exploded, those type of females, I don't know how they would have handled it.
Yeah, exactly. And basketball made me confident about my height. It made me excited about my height. And, you know, Kirkenmeyer has grown up in an era where she's probably been playing basketball since she was in grade school and has been able to embrace that height. I'm so happy for her. She carries it very well, but she is still learning how to take advantage of everything that her height gives her.
Well, you certainly took advantage, all Big Ten at Northwestern. So there is that message for all those tall young ladies in junior high. And the break goes on and the ball goes in for Avery Trami.
What a finish, falling down out of bounds.
Six-point lead for Mater Dei over Notre Dame. Durst. Oh, gets the good hop. Jenna Durst with her 15th three-pointer of the season cuts that 6-point lead in half.
Let's see Notre Dame bringing the pressure.
At 3 from Durst, the first 3 of this game.
Oh, nice dish. Beautiful from freshman to sophomore, and you see why Amelia Beer was a starter on this team for much of the season. She's smooth.
20 points for Mater Dei. They've all come in the paint.
You gotta love those percentages. Oh, how about that? Blocking that shot.
And that's blocking a 6-foot all-stater in Abby Schreck. Efting right in Beer's face. Zerlini looks down low to Beer, and she'll go to the line to shoot a couple. A very patient offense, and they find the people they want. They find them in the paint.
Well, Mater Dei smart, playing their percentages, getting runouts like that in transition. And, of course, looking inside to the big girl, Kirkenmeyer with 10 big points for Mater Dei.
For extraordinary moments in life, you should never have to settle for ordinary healthcare coverage. That's why at Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, we put the extra in our plans. Extra me time to catch up on your faves, with telehealth visits included. Extra peace of mind, knowing a nurse line is here 24/7 for those unexpected moments. Visit us at bcbsilextra.com to enroll. Because extraordinary coverage should come with extraordinary extras.
From the days of the one-room schoolhouse, public schools have always been the heart of our community. It's where our students learn and are inspired to dream big, where we cheer on our teams under Friday night lights, and where parents, teachers, students, and loved ones come together as one. Now, more than ever, Our public schools unite us. This message is brought to you by the Illinois Education Association, IEA, because we are stronger, united.
Welcome back here. Darius Joshua with Terry Rogers. Big competitive game, maybe the most competitive game we've had so far. Balanced so far for Mater Dei, and they've got the lead early on against Notre Dame.
Yeah, Mater Dei, they're getting everybody involved in the offense. They're moving the ball well, and it ends up being in the hands of Kirkenmeyer down low, and she's finishing well for them. So a great team effort by Mater Dei. That's exactly what they wanted to do coming in.
Yeah, 10 points for Kirkenmeyer down low. We'll send it back to Sefco Arena, where Dave Bernhardt and Patricia Babcock-McGraw will take you through the rest of the first half.
Thank you very much, Darius. And, of course, Darius Joshua, Terry Rogers, they'll be back with you at halftime. We're 3:39 away from that with Amelia Beer at the free throw line. Talk about how smooth she is. Amelia Beer, a high-level soccer recruit. She'll get one of two. Back to a 6-point lead, 21-15, 3.5 to play here in the first half. QND looking to go back-to-back for state titles, pick up state championship number 7. Mater Dei standing in their way right now. Behind the arc and knocking it down. Sage Stratton, we said she had been quiet. She hits a big three right there. Looking for Kirkenmeyer, separates and scores.
Nice lead hand there by Kirkenmeyer, and they managed to get that pass through 2 defenders. I wonder if Quincy Notre Dame going to start double teaming Kirkenmeyer every time she sees the ball.
Talk about an offensive game that has really improved as the season's gone on. Built the confidence in the super sectional. She's exceeded that number. She has 12 points here with 2.5 to play in the second quarter. Schreck, she'll try it from 3. Schreck today, 2 of 7 from the floor. Comes in averaging 21.5 per game. She had 35 points against Butler Prep early in the season.
Take a look there. Very nice pass, leading your post player to the rim. Don't make her reach behind, lead her to the rim. That's exactly what Mater Dei did.
Once again, a great feed.
I mean, it's just open, and Mater Dei is smart to keep feeding that.
Big 3 from Eftink when they needed it.
Kirkenmeyer is getting absolutely any position that she wants. Notre Dame has got to try to push Kirkenmeyer off of her spots.
Kirkenmeyer 7 of 11 from the floor. And she'll make it 8 of 12. 16 first half points for Kirkenmeyer. That doubles her per game scoring average.
Yeah, there's got to be a change in philosophy in how Quincy Notre Dame is going to guard Kirkenmeyer from here on out. She is just too wide open, getting such good position, owning the boards, getting offensive putbacks. Something's got to give for Quincy Notre Dame.
So Eric Orn will take a timeout here with 1:26 to play in the first half. And you get a good look at the 6'5" sophomore.
Kirkenmeyer's got 16 points on 8 of 12 shooting. She's really just camping out on the block. She also has 8 rebounds. She's been very aggressive on the offensive boards and a couple of blocks to go with it. She is making an imprint offensively, defensively. She's even scoring between 2 defenders. I think Notre Dame's going to have to be much more aggressive with Kirkenmeyer and putting the body on her, pushing her around a little bit, and trying to get her to spots where she's not as comfortable, which means pushing her outside of the paint.
Head coach Craig Zerlini credits one of his assistants, Bridget Winter, former player at St. Louis University, for really developing Alyssa Kirkenmeyer.
Coach Bridget was a post player herself and really works one-on-one with Alyssa Kirkenmeyer.
Randy out of bounds play to get it Up top, and it will not go for Schreck. Abby Schreck held to just 4 points here in the first half. Mater Dei playing about as confident as a team can play here in this first half. Plenty of time, plenty of patience. Right into the hands, though, of Sage Stratton, and a quick foul. So a fairly long possession did not result in a shot.
Lily Butler, her first personal 6-team foul.
Well, you really feel like Notre Dame would feel like almost a must score here. Oh, that is a shot from an all-stater.
Now the spin move there by Schreck, so smooth.
Had to create a little space between her and Kirkenmeyer. Kirkenmeyer right over the top and lays it in.
The ball just comes off the rim and goes right into her hands. That's the kind of reach that Kirkenmeyer has. She has been fantastic at establishing position, keeping the ball up high. No one's going to get it from her. She's got 18 points and 9 rebounds.
A 17-13 scoring advantage in the second quarter, and here is the 18th point of the game for Kirkenmeyer.
Just reaching over the top of the defense. Kirkenmeyer feeling it. She is playing confidently. She knows that no one can stop her. Quincy Notre Dame going to have to get much more physical with Alyssa Kirkenmeyer.
Craig Zerlini is his second year as head coach of Mater Dei, and he's standing by with Casey.
Dave, thanks, Coach. Shooting 60% from the field. Kirkenmeyer allowing a lot of those offensive opportunities in the paint. How does she amplify this group?
She just raises the bar to another level. But she plays at a higher level, no pun intended, but she forces the other teams to raise to that level as well.
18 rebounds for your team. How much confidence do those second chance opportunities give you guys in the second half?
A lot, because we're not that good of a shooter team. so very good opportunities.
Coach, thank you so much. Dave, back to you.
Thanks, Casey. You know, I'm laughing because our statistician, Nick Pinto, just sent me this note. Not a good shooting team. Well, they've got 28 points in the paint on 14 made field goals and a free throw. And what it adds up to is a 29-23 lead.
The IHSA Basketball State Finals are brought to you in part by LiUNA, Careers in Construction, Feel the Power. For more information, visit liunacareers.org.
Would you look at that? I'm in the classroom again. But this time, I can apply these skills to make some money. Lots of money.
What is a legacy? It's the difference you make measured by the lives you change. It's imagining new possibilities for our future and unlocking the mysteries of our past. It's learning and teaching. It's how life shapes you and how you shape life. A legacy is the mark you leave on the world. What will yours be? Create your legacy at Illinois State University.
The IHSA, committed to keeping student-athletes safe. Through educational initiatives and national partnerships, we're going the distance to develop safer protocols for our teams. Plus, we continue to improve scheduling and conditioning to reduce injuries from preseason through each state championship. 31 sports, 350,000 student athletes, and one goal, player safety. The IHSA, the future plays here.
Welcome back to the IHSA TV network. Halftime here of the 2A semifinal. I'm Darius Joshua. She is Terry Rogers, head coach at New Trier High School. And it's been a back and forth first half, but Mater Dei is not worried about anybody repeating as a champion. Let's get to the highlights of that first half as Mater Dei leads 29-23 at halftime. Early in the first quarter, Blair Etting for Notre Dame getting the steal and getting to the rim. She would finish the lay there. Quincy would have a 4-point lead at that point. We moved to the second quarter, 5 minutes to go. Steal for Mater Dei this time, and they get a bucket in transition to Avery Trame. A nice finish through the contact there, no foul call. Mater Dei up 6. Now, a pass down low to Alyssa Kirkemeyer. This happened a lot in the first half. The sophomore with 18 points, 9 rebounds, 2 blocks, 5 offensive rebounds as well for her, having a great performance down low, leading the way for this Mater Dei team. Defensively, what do you do when they got 6'5" out there down low?
Yeah, well, I have a feeling that Notre Dame is spending a lot of their halftime conversation on how you stop her. And, you know, there's a variety of ways. You know, they can start to double team her. But I think maybe the key for them could be putting more pressure on the guards, putting more pressure on Mater Dei guards, getting the game more an up and down, you know, full court pressing, getting the game transition, kind of take away, you know, that half court set that Mater Dei is having so much success with. So.
Yeah, and of her 9 rebounds, 5 of them offensive as well, so she's cleaning up the glass and giving that opportunity, these second chance points, as their coach mentioned. They need it as they're not a good shooting team here. So 29-23 lead for Mater Dei at halftime. Got much more coming up on this game and what's to come up the next few days here at the state tournament. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Day 1 of the state finals nearly wrapped up here at SFQ Arena, but there's another day coming up, of course, tomorrow with the 3A and 4A games. We'll get you set for those. Those will start similar to today. It'll start at 10 o'clock with the first 3A semifinal, Peoria Nazareth Academy. I was actually at that football state final game in the fall. Lincoln and Deerfield, and then it will be in the second 3A semifinal. Then Hersey and O'Fallon start the 4A action at 2:30, and Geneva and Bennett play in the second 4A semifinal. Coach, of course, you know the 4A pretty well. What are you looking forward to in those set of games to come later tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing Hersey play. They have, you know, one of the best players in the state, Katie Idle. But from a coach's point of view, to me, the story is Mary Fenley, who is in her last year coaching there, and she's just had a phenomenal career. A great coach, a great person, and you know, seeing her get down here to the state finals in her last year is really special. So I'm excited to see them and see them perform.
Those set of games will have a high bar to reach. This has been a pretty exciting first day of the state finals action between 1A and 2A games. Much more to come on the current game we have here with Byron, or excuse me, not Byron, with with these two teams, Mater Dei leading Notre Dame at halftime here. Blair Efting taking over offensively for Notre Dame as Abby Schreck is struggling. We'll have more coming up when we come back.
Get 11% off everything now at Menards. Attract a wide variety of birds with Enchanted Garden Birdseed. Available in many high-quality seed types and blends. A 20-pound bag of sunflower seeds is $14.99 after 11% rebate. Brighten up your home inside and out with recessed lighting. Ultra-thin canvas downlights are easily installed without the need for a traditional recessed housing. Get an ultra-thin recessed Sylvania light for just $19.98 after 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
There are more than 20,000 ways to experience Illinois State.
Hey, what's up? You ready to go to class?
What kind of Redbird will you be? Hi. Create your legacy at Illinois State University.
From the days of the one-room schoolhouse, public schools have always been the heart of our community. It's where our students learn and are inspired to dream big, where we cheer on our teams under Friday night lights, and where parents, teachers, students, and loved ones come together as one. Now, more than ever, our public schools unite us. This message is brought to you by the Illinois Education Association, IEA, because we are stronger, united.
This is the great state, where you'll find hearts bigger, beating truer, and always wide open. Country miles with never-ending pride, virtues and values, and colors that run deep. At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, we were born and raised in the land of Lincoln. And like you, we'll always be here, standing for all. Blue Cross and Blue Shield, nationwide strong, Illinois born.
Welcome back. The halftime stats are brought to you by LiUNA. Start your career in construction today at LiUNAcareers.org. 29-23 lead for Mater Dei over Notre Dame. And the Lady Knights have been playing very well, of course, inside with Alyssa Kirkemeyer getting her 18 points. But, of course, it's been a balanced set of scoring as well for them. They had the lead on the reigning champions, 29-23. As you see, they've overcome a few turnovers and still have the lead there. As I mentioned, Alyssa Kirkemeyer with 18 points, but they've been balanced all day, and that's Lily Butler getting to the rim as well. 29-23. We'll have the second half coming up from CEFCU Arena.
Want a great career? Join the Carpenters Union and be part of the next generation building our communities. With the Carpenters Union Career Connections program, high school students get a head start on the industry's leading curriculum. Learn the latest in construction technology and the many skilled crafts the Carpenters Union represents. Plus, earn as you learn. Receive a nice paycheck, health insurance benefits, and best of all, no college debt. Ask your school district to participate in the Career Connections program and get started on your future.
Welcome back to CEFCU Arena. 6-point lead for Mater Dei here after one half of play. Dave Bernhardt here alongside is Patricia Babcock-McGraw. This is Illinois State University, member of the Missouri Valley Conference. They have red paint in the lanes here, and that paint's gotten a workout here today.
It sure has. A 28-6 advantage, points in the paint for Mater Dei. They are playing to their strength. They are getting the ball to their big girl. That's Alyssa Kirkemeyer. She has been having a field day. And so have her teammates, honestly. 28 points inside the paint. There's Kirkemeyer going up strong. She's got 18 points on 9 of 13 shooting. Quincy Notre Dame going to have to find a way to keep the big girl out of the paint and off the glass. But because of that points in the paint advantage, Mater Dei shooting a blistering 58% from the field. Quincy Notre Dame at just 38%. Something's going to have to give here. Let's see if Quincy Notre Dame can switch up the way that they defend Mater Dei in the paint, particularly Kirkemeyer.
Well, we'll get an early look at it here as our third quarter is underway. Right now they have Jenna Durst. She has been with Kirkemeyer all game long, and they're down in the low block. Avery Trami with the drive. Stretch to the inside position. Raiders getting out in the run. Efting down the floor in a hurry, and a block from behind by Maris Zerlini. Casey Standahar had a chance to talk to QND coach Eric Orn just moments ago.
Back with head coach for Notre Dame, Eric Orn. Coach, what was the message at half?
Well, they've got great size, and they're using that to their advantage. We got to step it up defensively. We just got to make them turn the ball over, get comfortable with what they're doing offensively, and make a few free shots. First 3 minutes are very important.
Speaking of that size, how do you stop Kirkemeyer underneath the glass?
Well, she's had a great first half. I hope we have the answer.
Thanks, Coach.
Coach in a vest and keeping his plans defensively close to the vest. What will they do?
Well, let me ask, what would you do?
Well, I would front Kirkemeyer, and I would have somebody behind. I might kind of shade another defender down to make it unattractive to pass it to her, but that requires a lot of discipline defensively because the other 2 to 3 defenders have to really cover a lot of ground.
Well, the other aspect of this, you have a 6-footer, 5'11", 5'11", and 6'5". You have 4 of your 5 people on the floor are 5'11" or taller.
Well, that gives you some nice size and range to be able to cover a lot of territory.
Trami, a little teardrop.
And Mater Dei just continues to carve up the Quincy Notre Dame defense. They are just getting into the paint almost effortlessly.
Biggest lead of the game, and another block from Kirkemeyer.
And knowing that Kirkemeyer is there, you've got to be conscious of that, Dave, and you've got to make sure that you're using your body to protect the ball or going up for a shot fake because you know that she's there. You gotta be aware of that. Her reach is so long.
Blair Efting just picked up her 3rd foul. She's replaced by freshman Tristan Pieper. Amelia Beard to Zerlini.
Swarming, yep, they're swarming on Kirkemeyer now, but Mater Dei doing a nice job of passing out of it, recognizing the fact that if Kirkemeyer is going to absorb 3 defenders, someone is going to be open.
Amelia Beard, the first 3-pointer of the game for Mater Dei, and it gives the Lady Knights an 11-point lead, and it forces QND to take a timeout.
You see the swarm there and the pass out. That's a smart play by Alyssa Kirkemeyer, just the sophomore, but recognizing, hey, I've got people all over me. One of my teammates is going to be open.
That is only the 4th 3-pointer of the season for Beard. This is game number 4 here on semifinal Thursday for Class 1A and 2A. Here's a look back at what took place beginning at 10 a.m. this morning. Oakville, after a slow start, pulled away from Galena 49-31. That was a battle of number 1 versus 2. Number 2 getting the better of that one. Christopher advances to the state championship game. They led all the way in a 42-28 victory over St. Thomas More. And then we just got done seeing Byron, a 12-point victory, 55-43 over Butler Prep. Butler had cut into a 17-point deficit, got it to 6, but then the Tigers pulled away, and they will bid for a state championship on Saturday. Tomorrow, we get started at 10 a.m. again. Class 3A and 4A semifinals. We got the number 1 and 2 teams in the state in that semifinals. It's Nazareth and Lincoln. And the defending state champs here looking to make a move. QND trailing by 11. Durst can't find anybody. Finally, we'll get it to Stratton. Stratton has been quiet. Just a 3-pointer to her credit, averages almost 10 points per game. And again, Abby Schreck, just 6 points. She averages 22. She's going to get a great pass right there and finish it off.
Beautiful spacing of the floor. Nice patience by Quincy Notre Dame. They are down right now, but they are not panicking.
QND bench up and applauding for a defensive effort here. Always looking inside. And
Nice
driving
take.
is Beer.
Beer seeing her, a little bit of a scrum there, her teammate falling to the floor, taking advantage of that distraction, getting right to the rim. I think Mater Dei is playing really smart right now. They are playing all of their advantages.
They were involved in a low-scoring game in the Super Sectional. Used a 12-0 run, which felt like a 24-0 run to put away Paris. And here they have been very methodical here this afternoon, bidding to head to the state championship game. And that would be for the first time ever. In fact, looking to win their first game in the state finals here today in just their second appearance. And they'll have the ball in the 11-point lead. Beer again gets deep. On the drive, Trami, and lane is opening up here for Mater Dei. A 13-point lead with 3.5 to play. Baseline drive, but a foul on the way there for Stratton. And Blair Efting at the scorer's table. She'll walk onto the floor, but then she'll walk off because there is a timeout. And Amelia Beer, the freshman off the bench, having a great day.
Driving down the lane between defenders. She's got 8 points, also 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Really stuffing the stat sheet as Mater Dei pulling away up 13.
Oh, hey, Howard! For me, I'm proud that my law firm is one of the largest filers of workers' compensation and personal injury cases, not just throughout Chicagoland, but in the state of Illinois. Hey, Howard! It's great for our clients and great for our reputation. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. But what's most important, and what I tell everyone who works with me, is that Incan Law is injury law made personal. I'm here to help. Call 312-6-million.
Want a great career? Join the Carpenters Union and be part of the next generation building our communities. With the Carpenters Union Career Connections program, high school students get a head start on the industry's leading curriculum. Learn the latest in construction technology and the many skilled crafts the Carpenters Union represents. Plus, earn as you learn. Receive a nice paycheck, health insurance benefits, and best of all, no college debt. Ask your school district to participate in the Career Connections program and get started on your future.
Well, we're supposed to get some iffy weather tomorrow outside. Inside here at CEFCU Arena, looks like the winds are already picking up. The IHSA Girls Basketball State Finals are presented by OSF Healthcare and Country Financial. How about Mater Dei here? 20 layup attempts today. That's a lot. They've made 14 of them, hence the 13-point lead.
Hence the 62% field goal percentage. When you shoot layups, chances are you're going to make a lot of shots.
Efting back on the floor with those 3 fouls, misses on that long attempt. Mater Dei with a 22-10 rebounding advantage here this afternoon. Hook from behind nicely by Schreck. Schreck leading the break. Little hesitation. Peeled away by Butler.
Mater Dei doing a great job of getting back.
Craig Zerlini, you saw him in the background. He says, let's get it back. Let's slow down. Kelson wants the ball to move.
Yep. So time is on their side. They can be patient, look inside. Nice swarm there by Quincy Notre Dame. That's exactly what they needed to do. Make it difficult to get the ball inside to Kirkemeyer.
Baseline belongs to Bueller, but there's Zerlini to knock it out of bounds. This team is so long.
Yeah.
You know, we talk about height, but Maris Zerlini at 6 feet with long arms.
And she's made a lot of good defensive plays, poke-aways, getting her hands on the basketball, deflections. Mater Dei been very active with using their height and their length to their advantage.
We talk about Maris Zerlini for Mater Dei. Caleb Zerlini, her brother, played in the Boys State Finals. A little bit earlier this afternoon, it was Byron with Ava Kulchin having a great day, taking care of Butler College Prep.
I tell you, what impressed me about Kulchin earlier this afternoon was how poised she was. I just never took a bad-looking shot. Took what the defense gave her. A high percentage shooter coming into the season. She proved that today. Just made really great decisions for Byron, and a big part of the reason that Byron was able to stave off Butler, which had a flurry there, and go on for that victory.
So Byron will take a 34-2 record into the state championship game, and that will come early afternoon on Saturday. So a day off for all these 1A and 2A teams. Now, the losers of the 1A, 2A games here earlier today will come back this evening and play in the third place games. Durst is open at the top, and it will not go down. One and done for the Knights. Or for the Raiders, we should say. You know, the thought crosses my mind, Trish, you talked about it earlier, in terms of the intense pressure that Quincy Notre Dame has faced this year, defending state champs. They return almost their entire team from last year. The pressure they face, is that pressure magnified a little bit once you hit this floor?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. I mean, just the familiarity of being back here is good. That's an advantage, but it just intensifies the nerves of what it takes to be able to win here.
Abby Schreck is a winner. She has her 10th point. 38-27, the minute 39 to play.
Yep, three-time All-State player. Schreck has been phenomenal her entire career. And to do that in a program like this, to make such a difference as a young player, speaks a lot to her.
Kirkemeyer up over everybody and fouled on her putback attempt.
Kirkemeyer has been quiet so far. She's still had her 18 points, which she had at halftime. But she's been a little bit of a decoy. You see that she's constantly being pulled out around the three-point line offensively, which kind of clears out the lane for the rest of her teammates. Because when she is on the block, Quincy Notre Dame is bringing 2, sometimes 3 players her way. So a smart move by Mater Dei to kind of move Kirkemeyer around a little bit so that there's a little bit more room to operate for the rest of the team.
19 points for Kirkemeyer, first of the second half. Those 2 free throws are only free throws of the day. Schreck up over Kirkemeyer. Again, no second chances here for QND. Butler puts the ball on the floor. The kick out to Cordy. And possession will belong to Quincy Notre Dame.
Good ball movement there by Mater Dei and the hustle and scrappiness. Both these teams fighting so hard and knowing exactly what is on the line here. as the third quarter winds down.
Durst will try her luck from the baseline and knocks it down. It's a big bucket right there to get QND within 10. Near steal by Bueller. Will not go for Cordy. The putback does.
Just all day long, Herkemeyer has been laser tough on the offensive boards down there.
Clock winding here as we approach 10 seconds of play in the third quarter. Butler floater, nope. Schreck looks at the clock, gives it a go. But what a third quarter for Mater Dei. The Knights building on a 6-point halftime advantage. They double that lead, 41-29 against the defending state champs. The Breeze Mater Dei leading Quincy Notre Dame 41-29. It's time now for the Menards play of the game. Save make money on all your home improvement needs. You know, and Trish, sometimes it's not all about scoring, but preventing a team from scoring. And here's a great way to do it.
Yeah, these are plays of the game. All the block shots, 4 of them for Mater Dei, 3 of them coming from Herkemeyer, another one from Zerlini. And what a defensive weapon that is. And not only just the ones that end up in actual block shots, but how many times has this length for Mater Dei changed shots for Quincy Notre Dame? Quincy Notre Dame shooting just 32% from the field. And a lot of that can be attributed to the fact that they are having to alter their shots to get over the top of this long Mater Dei defense.
Lady Knights do have it to start here in the fourth quarter. The winner to play Byron, the Class 2A state title. Taking 30 seconds off the clock. Beer got there. Schreck away with it. Nice feed inside to Durst. The kick out to Schreck. Foul on the way there.
Schreck wants the basket to count. Foul on the floor.
Sage Stratton, 7 points below her scoring average today. Just 1 3 to her credit. Blair Eftink with it. She has 3 fouls.
Notre Dame being awfully patient. And it resulted in a 3, but the time is going to come soon where they're going to need to speed up the pace a little bit offensively.
3 went down for Schreck, and now forcing the turnover. And here comes the QND crowd section.
And that's one way that Quincy Notre Dame can do that, get more possessions in a short amount of time, is try to make some plays defensively, up the defensive pressure.
Schreck knocked away on the crossover. And that foul will go against Mater Dei. It's 3rd of this half. Or not. No, it's going the other way. And Eric Orn is not buying the explanation. And Sage Stratton got away with the push right there.
Right in front of the Quincy Notre Dame student section, and they are allowed. The football players have their football helmets on. They're trying to pump up their players. They're allowed.
Durst passed up a 3, and there are the helmets in the front row.
Yep.
Eftink stops. That did not look like a comfortable possession for the Raiders. Over 90 seconds gone here in the 4th quarter. Breeze Mater Dei in absolutely no hurry here. Kirkenmeyer wanted it. However, it's Zerlini that will take it.
A lot of focus being paid to Kirkenmeyer, and that is opening up lanes for her teammates.
Stratton needs this one, and she gets it.
Huge 3 by Sage Stratton.
Beer around Schreck. Into traffic.
Oh, great hands.
This is a big trip right here for the defending champs. Eftink 3. Got it!
Big time sequence for Quincy Notre Dame, coming up with the big defensive stop, stopping the big girl, and then knocking down a huge 3.
6 points in 28 seconds. Kirkenmeyer doubled up. Right there anticipating is Stratton. The student section for QND is roaring. Schreck for 3. Not this time.
Oh boy, that would have brought things down.
We would have had to hold everything on our table down if that had gone.
Those Quincy Notre Dame fans were ready to erupt if that shot had gone down, but this one did, and that was a big one too for Quincy Notre Dame, giving this team some momentum.
They swing it to Trami. She will shoot 2.
And I like that out of Trami. She's one of their leaders, and not wanting to become too complacent or too hesitant as you're trying to work the clock down. I like it that Trami attacked the rim and at least drew that foul. It's one of the biggest issues I think that teams playing with leads, small leads, late in the 4th quarter have is just becoming too hesitant to the point where you let the other team right back in. You still have to be aggressive even when you're trying to close out a game with a small lead.
Blair Eftink gets the touch. She has 4 fouls here with 4:40 to play in the 4th quarter. She's had to play carefully on defense. Schreck was able to get some contact on her way to the basket. That is only the 3rd team foul, however, on Breeze Mater Dei.
Modern Day foul charge to number 32, Amelia Beer, her second personal, third team foul. Abby Shook at the line, shoot 2.
Looking to get this lead to 4. $15 points for Schreck. 5 here in a quarter. It's a 4-point difference.
You cannot give up on this Quincy Notre Dame team. This is a program that is so proud and has seen so much during the last couple years, during last year's state title run. They will not give up easily, bringing this down back to 4 points. You knew that this team would have a run in them. Now, how does Mater Dei respond?
That was the 16th foul on QND. Near steal with the left hand, Zerlini. Kirkenmeyer gets it low to Beer.
Unselfish basketball. Great vision by Kirkenmeyer, who's channeling her inner point guard right now, setting up a teammate off of that offensive rebound. She could have easily turned around and gone up for that shot, but found a teammate who had a better path to the basket. Love that.
Timeout was called, and we're just 6 seconds away from getting a media timeout. Well, if those guys have anything to say about it, it will turn out well for QND. However, Mater Dei has been hanging on. 46-40, shooting 53% in this game. Out rebounding by a 2-to-1 margin. Mater Dei with 32 boards to 16 for Quincy Notre Dame. Haven't net shot too many free throws today, though. I have a feeling we may see a few here in the final 4+ minutes.
Mater Dei hasn't missed a lot of shots for Quincy Notre Dame to rebound. They're still up over 50% from the field. Their shot selection has been excellent. They continue to attack the paint.
Here's Abby Schreck, 6-foot senior. Eric Lawrence says the best teammate he's ever coached. And right now, he may need her to become maybe a little bit more of an individual here, looking to bring her team back by 6. Notre Dame's been effective coming out of timeouts today. The loose ball ends up in the hands of Mater Dei. They have 3:49 to work with a 6-point lead in tow. Looking for its first appearance in the state championship game. In fact, first appearance or first time to get a win in state title history. Kirkenmeyer to shoot a couple.
It was one of the rare times in this second half that Kirkenmeyer wasn't fronted by Quincy Notre Dame, and you saw the position that she got deep down in the paint. Mater Dei wanting to continue to go to that well.
QND down double digits, and all of a sudden the 3-ball started hitting. Not much time left here in your 2A semifinal.
The IHSA Basketball State Finals are brought to you in part by OSF Healthcare. With hospitals, outpatient clinics, urgent care facilities, and virtual care on demand, OSF Healthcare has many care options for you.
You're busy. Like, really busy. You crush it, though. You don't ever clock out. The job just changes. But you wouldn't trade it for anything. Nothing makes you smile quite like their smile. At OSF Healthcare, we want you to be the best you possible, to work on your schedule, and to make your life just a bit easier. We are here for the little things and the big things, and all of life's journey. OSF Healthcare, your life, our mission.
You could just see the fire and you could smell it. That was a big reality, like it's probably going to take our home. We called Country Financial. They were just so amazing.
My mindset is, what if it was my home that was gone? What would I do? What would I need?
Country Financial showed up for us every second of the way.
Alyssa Kirkemeyer looking at the scoreboard, sees a 46-40 lead, and here is our Country Financial player of the game. You're looking at it right there in the middle of the huddle. Find out why over 1 million families let us protect their lives and livelihoods. Visit countryfinancial.com for more info.
Alyssa Kirkemeyer hasn't taken a shot that I haven't liked this entire game. 21 points, 10 of 16 from the field. 12 rebounds. She's got the double-double going. You know what is interesting about Alyssa Kirkemeyer is that she is getting Division I interest for basketball. Not a surprise there, but also for volleyball. And when we asked Coach Zerlini, well, which does she like best, basketball or volleyball? He says, you know what? She won't tell me, so I think I might know. So he's got some work to convince her to come over to the basketball side of things, because also such a good volleyball player. She really likes that sport as well. You can see her smashing down a few spikes here or there,
yeah,
right?
Indeed, yes. 2 big misses, though, from Kirkemeyer. Opens the door a little. Eftink in the paint. Blair Eftink with 16 points. Honorable mention, All-Stater has pulled her team within 4.
Quincy Notre Dame field goal percentage is starting to go up. They are taking a page out of Mater Dei's book and getting inside the paint as well.
A little trouble on the handle for Beer.
I'll help her.
Tough spot to be. They clear it, and Beer capitalizes.
Wow, making lemonade out of lemons on that one. That looked like a totally broken play. Nice hustle on defense by Trami, getting back.
Boy, she stepped right into that lane.
She sure did.
Two and a half to play. Beer, just a freshman, a little bit too high for Trami, and the ball goes back to QND.
And there's Zerlini, the sophomore for Mater Dei, the coach's daughter, saying, it's okay, everyone, it's all right. Don't lose your heads. You just turned the ball over, but it's all right. I like that kind of leadership out of the sophomore.
Right. In fact, her dad, speaking as a coach, says Maris Zerlini is our spiritual and emotional leader. And that's pretty amazing, isn't it, when you get to this stage and you're calming your senior teammates down?
As a sophomore. But, she's a coach's kid. She's been around the game for a long time, and that lends a lot of confidence to a player. Just having that knowledge of the game, being around it, it almost makes you feel like a veteran.
We're just 2 minutes and 15 seconds away from completing our championship field in Class 1A and 2A. We know Oakville will be that title game, taking on Christopher. Byron earned its spot with that 12-point win over Butler Prep, and right now Mater Dei is, I don't want to say taking control, but they have controlled the game. In fact, the last time the defending state champs, Quincy Notre Dame, led was when it was 10-8.
Yep. That's about the time that Mater Dei started to figure out that, hey, if we keep dumping it inside to Alyssa Kirkemeyer, good things are going to happen. She had a big late first quarter and entire second quarter, and that's where Mater Dei really grabbed control of this game.
Schreck turns the corner and it's rejected in her face. Maybe the biggest block of the day right there from Kirkemeyer. Well, you saw 6'5" sophomore, a perfect block on a 6'3" time All-Stater.
And I think that Schreck kind of came down a little funny, because she's kind of walking like she's favoring one foot, and I don't know if she came down funny off of that block shot. Seems to be moving okay now, though.
right into the hands of Beer. Clock on the side of the Lady Knights. It will be free throw time for Breeze Mater Dei. And to the line will go Amelia Beer, 57% on the season.
Amelia Beer at the line, shooting the
There's Schreck. She's got 15 points.
First one of the 1-and-1 goes down. 13 today off the bench for Amelia Beer. Got them both.
Those are big free throws out of a freshman.
(50-42). Durst passes up the three. Schreck attacks Kirkenmeyer.
Going right at Kirkenmeyer again, and this time I think they got Kirkenmeyer with the foul. And how about that from your senior? Oh, you blocked my shot. The last time down, I'm going to take it right back at you again.
Number 13, Julia Corti. That's her third personal, 5th team foul.
It's the first foul by Alyssa Kirkenmeyer today.
Abby Schreck at the line, shooting 2. Tristan Pieper.
Into the game comes Tristan Pieper for Notre Dame. They may be looking for Layla Hernandez-Jones to get in as well. She does. Now you would figure that they may be in charge of picking a person to foul here. Two big free throws from Schreck. Zerlini into the middle, and Kirkenmeyer. They tried to get a foul, couldn't get to her. There's the foul at the top. Just like that, it will be Durst and Eftink back in.
Notre Dame foul charge to number 4, Sage Stratton, her first personal 9th.
Amelia Beer back in the line. She just knocked down a couple of moments ago.
Shooting the one in bonus.
Let's see, I'm in the state semifinals. Chance to play for our school's first girls basketball state championship, and I'm a freshman, and all I do is knock down 4 straight free throws. That's getting it done.
That's a gamer.
Euler stopped in the lane. Eftink, a little stutter step travel.
Traveling violation, possession, Mater Dei.
Once again, substitutions defensively, and there it is, the extra little step there for Eftink.
It's a credit to the Mater Dei defense, too. They have been so active, making you kind of overthink everything. That's when little mistakes like that happen.
Her third personal, 10th team foul.
That's the 10th foul committed by QND. Zerlini at the line. Zerlini 74% from the line this season. Every point matters right now. Chasing 9 with a minute 15 to play. Long range. Eftink there, rejected by Kirkenmeyer.
Kirkenmeyer helping Eftink up off the floor.
During a live ball. I just blocked you. I know the thing we do at Mater Dei is we help everybody up, but the ball was still live.
Coach Zerlini made a point of telling us about that and how that's so important to his players to not only play fierce basketball, but just to be really good people. And I love that show of sportsmanship. We've seen it a couple times in this game.
How about Beer? 8 of her 16 points have come here in the fourth quarter.
And then 6 of them have come at the free throw line.
We are 60 seconds away from knowing that we will have a new champion in Class 2A. But Schreck gets the nice hop off the rim. And Quincy Notre Dame will take the timeout. They have 1 remaining.
This will be a full timeout.
Tomorrow it's going to be Class 3A and 4A as you have some real powers here. Nazareth, just one loss a year, came to an out-of-state school, taking on Peoria just down Route 74. Lincoln, a perfect 35-0. Outstanding players both ways. Going to get to see a pair of sisters in Deerfield. Then Hersey, what a storybook run it is. Mary Fenley in her final year of coaching, taking on O'Fallon. O'Fallon feels that they've maybe not noticed so much. They've got a chance to win it all. And what a sweet matchup to wrap things up at about 4:15 tomorrow in the semifinals. Bennett takes on Geneva.
You got a little bit of everything with those groups of schools. You got some perennial state powers, some really good individual talent, some Division I talent we'll see on the floor in those games. Should be a great day of basketball.
It all starts at 10 o'clock, 10 in the morning. I love morning basketball, by the way. I know a lot of people don't. There's something about it. I just love morning basketball. Of course, I get up very early in the morning.
You do. You're wake up at 4 a.m. So
I do.
Morning basketball's like late afternoon.
My day is half over. Looking for a steal or a foul right here. And it will be the foul. No, it'll be a turnover.
Carry the ball. Oh, my.
Right there in front of the Notre Dame bench. And we'll take a look. It happened right in there before she picked it up.
Hard for us to see from this angle.
Must score quickly for QND. Bueller to Durst, looking for the three-point shooters. She got it!
I don't think she quite knew what to do with the ball, so might as well do that.
Jenna Durst. 10-point lead cut in half. It took them only about 26 seconds to do it.
Notre Dame foul charge to number 3.
Defending champs not going quietly.
Amelia Beer at the line, shooting 2.
Well, that was either like I'm not sure what to do or the slickest three-point move I've seen.
And that's coming from a freshman, Jenna Durst. Although Eric Oren saying that his freshmen aren't freshmen anymore. They've been through the ringer this season. It's such a tough schedule for Quincy Notre Dame. Big free throws again by Beer.
7 of 8 here in the fourth quarter by Beer. Schreck hits a three.
Wow.
22 for Schreck. The backcourt foul will put Breeze Mater Dei at the line once again.
Notre Dame foul charge to number 20, Ari Bueller.
Notre Dame needed some of these threes a little bit earlier. 8 threes on the game now for Quincy Notre Dame. Cutting that down to 4, but Mater Dei just keeps making those free throws. Mater Dei 12 of 20 now from the free throw line.
Notre Dame has scored 23 points this quarter in this comeback attempt. That's the most all day of any single quarter that we have played. However, Trami keeps holding off Notre Dame. That time a foul, and it comes with 6.9 seconds to play. Amelia Beer, 19 points for the freshman. 7 of 8 from the free throw line in the fourth quarter. 11 of her points in the fourth quarter.
Beer's been great at the free throw line. Trami's been good at the free throw line. Mater Dei has been shooting well from everywhere, from the floor, from the free throw line. They have been on point here today.
Sage Stratton, a couple of free throws, 8 of 8 for QND today. We have a technical. Reaching inbounds. I think that could be the call.
Yeah.
A technical foul has been assessed.
So that sends Trami to the free throw line.
That's her first personal.
Avery Tromey looking to get into double figures. And that free throw will get it to 10. Well, you heard Craig Zerlini talking to Casey at halftime, says we're not really a good shooting team, but they've done all right here in the pressure situations at the free throw line.
I think they've shot the ball great all day long.
I do too.
They had a great game plan. Get in the lane, everyone, not just Kirkmeyer, everyone.
Cordy. Tromey. The block, the foul. Actually, it will not go down as a block since it's Sage Stratton that picks up the personal foul.
11 of 14 free throws made in these last 3 minutes by Mater Dei.
QND was forced to foul, got Mater Dei to the line, exactly what they wanted to do, but the Lady Knights have been absolutely spectacular there. And it will be Breeze Mater Dei playing for its first state championship. They eliminate the defending champs.
That's what it takes to beat a defending state champ. You're on your game. You are firing on all cylinders. And I thought Mater Dei had an excellent game plan. They used their strengths to the best of their abilities. They got the ball inside to Kirkmeyer. Everyone else was attacking the rim for high percentage shots. Mater Dei finishes shooting 54% from the field and was also very active defensively. The block shots, 6 of them today for Mater Dei. That was huge in keeping Notre Dame at bay, and Notre Dame finishing with just 37% from the field. A lot of that was Mater Dei's aggressive defense and challenging shots, altering shots. I think Mater Dei had an excellent game plan today.
61-54 the final. It was the 13th ranked Mater Dei Lady Knights knocking off top-ranked defending state champ Quincy Notre Dame and Mater Dei to move into the state championship ballgame. Mater Dei fans know they are coming back, and we're going to go back to Casey.
Dave, thanks. I'm here with Alyssa Kirkmeyer. Alyssa, a game where you had a double-double, 21 points, 12 rebounds. You normally average 7 points. What about this atmosphere lit a fire under you?
This is definitely a great atmosphere. It really got me pumped up. And going into this game, I had such a great feeling about it, and I knew that we were going to come out on top.
What did it take to win this one? It was a battle.
It definitely took a lot of belief. We needed to come out with more intensity than QND, more hustle, and I believe that we did that, and that's what helped us win.
Heading to the finals on Saturday for the first time for you, a chance at a title. What emotions come to mind when you hear that?
It's just crazy. Mater Dei girls basketball has never been even in the Final Four, and to get a chance at the state title, that's just an amazing feeling.
Alyssa, congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll bring over your teammate, Amelia Beer. Amelia, 19 points for you. What a game. I asked Alyssa the same thing. What did it take to pull this one out?
I mean, honestly, like, just playing as a team. Like, we know we weren't favored in this situation, but, like, we just came together and worked hard. I mean, we talked about energy and intensity in the beginning, and we had that all game, so.
You talked about the beginning. Any adjustments at halftime that contributed to the win?
They were screening us so they could get Abby open, but we decided to adjust so they could fight over the screen, so.
Heading to the state final game, what does that sound like to you?
Oh, it's a dream. Like, we just worked so hard for it all season. I'm so happy we can do it together as a team.
What do you attribute this win to? I mean, you have your coaches, your fans, your family here, everyone here supporting you. How much does that mean?
Oh, it means a lot. I mean, just all the support. It just gives us so much more energy and something to play for, so.
Amelia, congratulations. Thank you so much. Dave, Trish, we'll send it back over to you.
Thanks, Casey. Those two players you just interviewed, Kirkmeyer and Beer, they came in averaging 13 points a game combined. Today, they score 40. And they send their team into the championship game on Saturday. That's going to do it for us here at CEF2 Arena. Casey Stenderhart, Patricia Babcock-McGraw, I'm Dave Bernhardt. We'll finish things up in our studios. Congratulations to all the teams who've made it here. We'll be back with you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.
The IHSA Basketball State Finals are brought to you in part by Menards. Save big money on all your home improvement needs. And by ISU. Create your legacy at Illinois State University.
What is a legacy? It's the difference you make measured by the lives you change. It's imagining new possibilities for our future and unlocking the mysteries of our past. It's learning and teaching. It's how life shapes you and how you shape life. A legacy is the mark you leave on the world. What will yours be? Create your legacy at Illinois State University.
Now's the time to save on big projects. Hurry into Menards for 11% off everything. Get 11% off easy flooring updates for your home. Find your style and save 11% on Patriot Lighting. Transform your home with 11% off new Mastercraft doors. Or go even bigger and get 11% off a new kitchen. Don't miss out. There's no limit to what you can save with 11% off everything at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
I'm attorney Howard Ankin here with University of Illinois alumni, IO. Congratulations on having your jersey retired and a standout rookie season with Chicago.
Thanks, Howard. Congratulations on Angus Law's 25th anniversary of helping people involved in work injuries, auto and truck accidents, and medical malpractice cases. It's great to have a friend like you who's always looking out for people.
Thanks, IO. I'm here to help, and I hope my next 25 years will be even better. Call 312-6-million. Injury law made personal. That's Ankin Law.
Welcome back. Darius Joshua, Terry Rogers here. What a first day of the state finals in girls basketball. Mater Dei moving on. Was the sophomore early for them, the freshman in the second half, and they're getting their first chance to win a state title.
Yeah, and I think that's what we saw all day today. We saw some great individual performances, but we saw a lot of really good team basketball. Kids stepping up and making big plays. So it was a great day of basketball.
So the championships are set in Class 1A and Class 2A. Oakville against Christopher on Saturday. That's at 11 a.m. And then Byron and Mater Dei following that around 12:45. Tomorrow, the 3A and 4A classes get to set their matchups. Peoria and Nazareth Academy start the day at 10 a.m. Then that is followed by Lincoln and Deerfield. Hersey and O'Fallon start off the 4A play around 2:30. And then Geneva and Bennett wrap it up at 4A as well. So a great first day of the state finals for both of us. And I hope you all join us again tomorrow as it all gets started once again at 10 a.m. That's it for us on the IHSA TV network. Thank you for watching. Here's your regularly scheduled program.